friends, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another ways to color critters video. So this is part of a series where I pick one particular critter and color them in multiple different ways using my Copic markers to give you guys some unique color combinations that maybe you haven't tried before or maybe you'd like to try in the future. So I have done a whole series on my channel now coloring so many different types of critters. I keep them all in a little photo album on my desk, which I thrifted, and it is getting down to the end. I only have 2 pages left, and after today I'll only have 1 page left, so I have been on the hunt for a new one. Haven't found one that I like yet, but I will keep looking. But today's critter is going to be butterflies, and I'm going to be using the new Lawn Fawn I Like Big Butterflies stamp set. This just came out with the most recent Lawn Fawn release, and I've already created 4 different videos before this one using it. Today's combos are all going to be unique, so if you're looking for even more combos, you can check out those videos, and I'll share pictures at the end of this video so you can kind of get an idea of what to expect. So I'm going to jump right in with butterfly number 1, and we are going to be doing a green body using YG11, YG41, and YG45. Starting with the YG45 on the left, placing my shadows, blending toward the right with the lighter 2 shades, and then I'm going to go back and add a little extra depth with the darkest and the mid-tone. And I didn't bother with the lightest shade. I think that looks great. So I'm going to grab a black pen and I'm going to jot down those colors before I pull out the next ones. And I am going to pull in some aqua shades. I think these will complement those kind of blue-toned greens very nicely. I'm using BG11 with BG53 and BG57. I'm going to start with the BG57 closest to the body, and then I'll blend out with the BG53, just coloring carefully around all of those little details on the wings. And then once I have that done, I'm going to come in with my highlight shade, which is the BG11. This is one of my favorite shades of Copics. It's such a pretty aqua blue. And I'm going to fill in the rest of the outer portion of the wing. And then I'll jot down those numbers right below. And feel free, if you have this stamp set, to create your own color chart and color along with me. You can stamp it out as many times as you want. You can choose whichever butterflies you want and then just color them in with whatever medium you want, whether that's Copics and you use the same shades I do, or whether you have different markers and you want to use just similar combos. For the inner portions of the wings, I'm going to add in a little bit of blue violet. I'm using BV00, BV02, and BV04. Again, placing the darkest toward the body and the highlight toward the outer part of the wing. And I really love how this one turned out. I think that is such a stunning butterfly. So I'll jot those colors down as well. And I do not sell these sheets, by the way. These images belong to Lawn Fawn, so that is not something that I can do. But as I said, feel free to purchase the stamp set if you don't have it already, and just stamp it out and color along with me. Moving on to butterfly number 2, and this time I'm doing a yellow body. I'm using Y11, Y13, and Y15. Going to color it in the same way with my shadows on the left and my highlight on the right, and I did go back and add a little extra of the darkest and mid-tone once again. I'll go ahead and jot those numbers down in case you're following along, and as I said, if you don't have these shades, just use something similar. And I'm going to go in with some purples, but I'm going to use a different purple than I did on the first butterfly. I wanted to try to use all unique combos. So I'm using V22, V25, and V28. These are more desaturated purple tones. They have a little bit of a grayish tone to them, but I think they look really lovely with that yellow. I've mentioned in the past that when I was a little girl, my Easter basket was yellow and purple with white, and so whenever I see yellow and purple together, it just makes me think of Easter. And actually one Easter, I got a glowworm butterfly in my basket, and I absolutely loved that thing. I had it forever. I'm going to go ahead and jot down those numbers before I continue on, and then I'm going to bring in some pink shades. I'm going to use RV11, RV13, and RV14. Placing a little bit of that RV14 closest to the body, and then I'll blend out with the RV13 and remove the other cap as well because this marker likes to leak on me. And then I'm going to fill in with the RV11, and I think that's a really lovely combo as well. Of course, with butterflies, the possibilities truly are endless. You could do so many different combos. But we are going to try something a little bit more unique now on butterfly number 3. I'm going to go with a more neutral body. I'm using W00, W1, and W3. Starting with the W3 for my shadows and then blending toward the right with the W1 and the W00. And then I went back with that W3 and W1 for a little extra saturation there. I'll jot down those numbers again so I can refer back to them at a later date. I refer back to these color charts all the time when I'm card making. Then I'm going to bring in some blue tones, super pale blues, using B000, B00, and B01. I'm going to start with the B01, blend out with the B00, and then I'm going to use that B000. I wanted an outer wing that was just super soft because I'm going to add quite a bit of color to the inner portions. So you don't always have to color those little inner sections all the same like I did with the first 2 butterflies. We can mix it up and do something a little bit different like I'm going to do next. So I'm doing a bit of a pastel rainbow on the inner portions of the wings. I'm going to start with just the top 2 sections, and I chose 2 shades per area there just to keep the numbers down. I'm using R20 and R22 for the top, and I did go back and do a second layer there. And then for the next one, I'm going to do YR00 and YR02. I'll go ahead and jot those down, and then we'll move on to the last 2 shades. I'm going to skip over blue since we already have blue in the outer part of the wing, and I made a mistake writing down that one number. I forgot to put the R in there, so I just used a little bit of white out to make it clearer for you guys. But I'm going to pull out some greens and purples for the next 2 sections. I'm using YG11 with YG17, and then V01 and V04. So I think this one is a really fun and different look. It definitely doesn't look like a butterfly that you might see in nature, but a lot of cards don't need to. We can have something that is a bit more whimsical and fancy and unique. So we are halfway through and moving on to butterfly number 4, and I'm going to use some pale earth tones. I'm using E000, E00, and E02. This is kind of like a peachy, kind of Caucasian flesh tone, and I will go back and add a little extra of the darkest and the mid-tone to just beef up that saturation once again. And then I'm going to bring in some kind of soft reddish peachy tones that are going to really complement the color of the body. I'm using R11, R12, and R14. And I'm starting with the R14 closest to the body. So as I go out and get lighter and lighter toward the edges of the wings, the edges are going to look very similar to the body, which is just a different kind of look to what we've been doing. So I blended out the R14 with the R12, and then I'm filling in with that R11. So like the other butterflies all have a completely different body to the colors that I used on the wings. This one is going to have a body that complements the colors of the wings and matches quite well. I forgot to write down that first series of markers, so I went ahead and did both of those now. I've kept the lighter two of those peachy red shades. I'm going to place those close to the body on the inner part of the wings and pull that out about halfway. And then I'm going to bring in some yellows. I'm using Y000, Y000, and Y02. And I'm going to start at the outer edges with the Y02 and blend toward those peachy shades with the Y000 and then the Y000. And just so that everything blends really nicely, I'm going to go back to the R11 and add a little bit more of that, and then back to the Y000 and blend over that. So we get a nice seamless kind of peach to yellow fade on those wings, which I think is really pretty and again, just a different look. For butterfly number 5, I'm going to try to do a monarch, and I'm using E74, E77, and E79 for the body. That E79 is super, super dark. So I'm being really careful not to cover the eyes too much with those darkest 3 shades, and quickly realized that I was going to need to go 1 shade lighter. So I'm actually going to need to do 4 shades on the body, but I will not have to go back and do a second layer of the darkest and the mid-tone because I already have all 4 shades in there. So we get that nice bit of contrast. But now that I added that E71, we can at least see his cute little face. And then I'm going to switch to some toner grays for the outer portion of the wing. I'm using T5, T7, and T9. And again, that T9 is so dark, it's nearly black. So it's going to work great for giving us the look of a black edged wing without getting so dark that it just kind of looks like there's no detail to it. So I'm going to blend out that T9 with the T7, and I'm being very careful coloring around all those little spots on the outer edges of the wings because I want to keep those bright white. I'm going to finish with the T5, continuing to color around them carefully, but if you accidentally got color in them, you could just go back and fill it in with a white gel pen. In fact, you could add some extra little spots and details with a white gel pen that I think would be really pretty as well, but I wanted to keep it super simple for today since it is a reference chart. And unfortunately, my black pen that I've been using for this entire series decided to run out on me, so I had to grab another one. I actually don't like black pens. I much prefer blue, so I was lucky that I had one. But for the inner part of the wing, I'm going to go with kind of a rusty orange. I'm using YR12, YR14, and YR18, placing the YR18 closest to the body, and then blending out with the YR14, and then I'm going to fill in with the YR12. And I think that looks pretty darn close to a monarch. Super, super cute. I definitely am going to have to color more like this, especially toward the fall. So for my sixth and final butterfly for today, I'm going to do my personal favorite butterfly, which is the Menelaus blue morpho butterfly, which lives in the rainforest of Central and South America. And I am going to do the traditional black body using some cool grays. I'm using C3, C5, and C7. And I'm going to go back in and add a little extra of that C7 and C5. And this time I did add in just a touch of the C3 too, to make sure that it didn't overlap that one eye and make it too dark. I'll jot down those numbers. And then for the outer part of the wing, instead of going like black again, since we already did that for the monarch, I'm going to go with like a midnight blue. I'm using B37, B39, and B99. And again, you can see that B99 is so super dark. It's like an inky blue shade. And then I'm going to blend that out with the B39, which is also quite dark and beautiful. And I think this is going to be a stunning combo. So I'm just making sure to blend over the edge of the previous shade and kind of pull that out a little bit in the tiny little space that I have there to work with. And again, coloring carefully around those little spots so I can give them some contrast with a different shade later on. And then I'm going to fill in the outer edges with the B37. I'm already thinking that I need to use this combo on something else in the future because I just love the way it looks, and I don't think I've ever pulled these three shades together before. But I'm going to move on to some brighter blues for the inner part of the wing. I'm going to use B02, B04, and B06, starting with the B06 closest to the body. And then I'll blend out with the B04, just pulling that darkest shade into the mid-tone and then pulling that out a little bit further. And then I'll fill in with the B02. And that B02 is getting a little dry, so I'm just making sure to really scrub over the edge of the B04 so I don't have any harsh lines left behind. And then I'll fill in those little details on the outer part of the wing with the B02. And I really love how this one turned out as well. I think it would be super beautiful on a card that had some richer, darker tones, maybe like some black foliage and things like that. But I did want to do a little something different to the face. I wanted to have just a little bit more of a blue cast. So I'm taking the B000 and coloring right over the cool grays that I've already laid down, and just giving it a little bit of almost like a reflection from the wings on the face, which I think looked really beautiful. So I put that number up with the rest of the body, wrote down those colors, and now I'm going to add in some rosy cheeks like always. This is an extra step that you don't have to do, but I always do. I think it just really brings your critters to life. I'm going to go with a cool toned pink on the top row of butterflies. I used RV11 and RV13, and then I'll do a warmer toned pink on the bottom row of butterflies using R20 and R22. And on those two darkest butterflies, I am going to go back and add a little bit of R22 on their darkest cheek. And that is going to finish up this video for today. There's a closer look at all 6 of the butterflies that we colored. And like I said, I have done 4 other videos using these butterflies already. So I'll go ahead and pop some of those pictures in here. So if you count up all the butterflies on these cards, there's actually 9 more color combinations that I've given you guys, that you could watch those videos and jot down the numbers and create your own reference sheets from those. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments which butterfly was your favorite. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I invite you to do so. You can also click that notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post new videos. The products I use will be listed and linked in the description bar below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.